Exactly. So again, Friday we have a guest speaker.
Can you put the got it?
You got it.
With one of the many mice that you got there.
Yeah. So every Friday we have a guest speaker, and one of the team leaders spearheads those meetings. So love to see you. 8:30 to 8 o'clock from 8 to 8:30. Producer's Mindset every day. So love to see you more and more people jumping on, especially the support from KW South Bay. But this really resonates with me because we don't have to be perfect, right? It's just the effort. It's chipping away every single day. And that's, the commitment that myself, the leadership, Ed, Manny, Jennifer contribute, the entire staff, is we're not perfect, but we chip away every single day. And that's our contribute back to you and in your businesses as well. So awesome stuff. Okay, next slide, please. All right, newcomers for the month of April. So Nabil. So yeah,
I gotta tell you guys about Nabil. So as you guys know, back in November, we started CASE4, Keller School of Real Estate. And many people have signed up for CASE4. However, very few have actually gone through. And Nabil is actually the first person to go through, graduate. I think there are like 300 people in the school now, so that's out of all of that, he was the first person to make it through.
And just to add to this is a funny story. This is true that happened. I meet him, and he was here to meet Ed. And I says, well, I can meet with you. And then after the conversation we had, he says, by the way, I just finished taking my state exam, and I was so excited he came to the office to let Ed know that he had passed. That's amazing, So, yeah, so thank you and welcome to the team, appreciate it. All right, next slide. All right, congratulations to Evan Payne. Now, Evan resonates a little bit of me just because I was the one that brought him into KW. Now, Evan was a professional basketball player, not NBA status, but he played in Europe. Such a phenomenal guy, amazing, and has such a huge heart, but ultimately he was so dialed in learning this industry. And, I want to commend him personally, which I have, that he was able to succeed in CAP with our office. So, Evan, if you're on the call, congratulations, my man. Appreciate you. Keep up the good work. That's awesome. All right. Next slide, please. All right, our guest speaker, Gene Elman with ADUs with the Sur Printed Homes. Let's welcome him.
Hey, thank you so much.
Natalie will take care of the home. She already has a slide for you.
Well, thank you so much. I came to this country as a refugee from Ukraine about 35 years ago. And 12 months later, I had a real estate license. I love visiting real estate offices because that's where I began. And what a country, you can build anything if you have motivation and desire to achieve, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
So really, really thank you. I met one of your colleagues, David, at the Beverly Hills Chamber meeting just last week. He asked me to speak, and it's been very pleased to tell you about this. So I've been in construction all of this 35 years, and 2.5 years ago, I decided enough of taking so much time and costing so much to build new homes. So we started working on figuring out how to 3D print a house. And as we went along, we figured out how to 3D print it from recycled materials, so it'd be much more environmentally friendly.
Next slide.
Next slide. Right. So you all know the problem. The building methods are archaic. Somebody told me that if Jesus were to come back now, the only thing he would recognize is how things are built. It just takes very long. The labor is in short supply. Materials are in short supply. Environmental impact of construction is terrible, only second to auto. So 20% of environmental damage done to Earth is from construction and from real estate. So that needs to be changed. And finally, housing shortage. Again, don't need to tell you about this. We all live here in Southern California, but the reality, you know, the numbers are increasing not only here, but also all over the world. Next slide. We decided to, as I said, to figure out how to do it faster. The end result, I'm not going to tell you the whole 2.5-year story because I was waking up every morning at 8 or 7, figuring out how we're going to do this. Just 3 weeks ago, for the first time ever anywhere, we used recycled plastic and combination with fiberglass to 3D print the structure. Ron can distribute some of the flyers to you. We're having an open house tomorrow for ribbon cutting on this. And if you can't make it, we're not far away. We're in Culver City, about 20 minutes from here. Either tomorrow at 4 or Saturday at 11, if you want to come and kick the tire, you'll be amazed. But the material is very sturdy. The unit looks beautiful, and we can print one of these in 1 day. So the idea is that as our manufacturing gets going, somebody can place an order.
That one room?
Yeah, and I'll tell you a little more about bigger ones, about ADUs, yeah. But for this one room, a customer can place an order on Monday morning. It'll be printed on Tuesday. On Wednesday and Thursday, we'll do all the interiors. At the same time, we will do a small foundation of your customer's home or at your home. And on Friday, we'll install. Never been done before, right?
Next slide.
Yeah, this thing is 10 by 12. So for 10 by 12. So under 120 square feet in California, you don't need a permit. So that's why you can do it so quickly. So the cost is $25,000. So it's, yeah. Now that's for the unit itself. By the time you add air conditioning and foundation and shipping, it'll be up to $35,000. Still 30% less expensive than if you were to buy it from somebody else. And the reason for that, the reason for the saving is, you know, in one print, we eliminate 5 trades. There is no columns, no roof, no floor, no siding. So all of that gets done with this material. Next slide. I want to get through as quickly as possible. Why now? You know, so the fact is, during COVID, people need extra space, right? So it can be used either for a backyard office or for exercise studio, artist studio, many different uses. We've already pre-sold. We just printed one 3 weeks ago. We've pre-sold over $3.7 million for these units. Number 2 is the material for, there's plenty of recycled plastic in this economy. So the material is not going up and there is no shortage of material. It's there. And new government regulation, well, the under 120 falls under category of shed. That's why it doesn't require a permit. But even for ADUs, as many of you know, in the last 2 years, getting a permit for ADU is much faster. It's still not as, go ahead.
Question, when you print them, are you using American recycled plastic from America and printing them here?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there is plenty of it here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that a little bathroom? Is that the back corner?
Yeah, I will talk a little bit more about ADU in just a second. Yeah, okay. So the product we printed right now doesn't have a bathroom. It's just like an office. But we are, yeah, beginning January, and anybody who is starting an ADU today will not be able to install it before January. Beginning January, we're going to print the whole unit. But one other reason why now, you know, with rising interest rates, a lot of, and you all know, there's such a shortage of inventory. So a lot of customers are afraid to sell and then they'll have to pay a higher mortgage, something new. So a great service, I've always believed it when I was a real estate broker. I want to deliver service to my customer. A great service to a customer. Look, if you can't sell, can I help you build an addition to your unit? And by the way, we pay 5% on all the units you sell. So it's a little income, but more importantly, it's a great service to your customer. And, you know, and when you can be of service, even when they're not ready to sell, when they decide to sell, you know, they'll call you, right? Next unit. Next slide. Yeah. Very good question. They will be stackable. They're not stackable now. They're designed to be stackable, but we have so much demand for what we're doing now that, yeah, the intent is to build up to 4-story. Yeah. So this is a little more spec, and we'll give you, of course, a copy of this presentation. So 10 by 12 goes for 24.9. You have to add about 25% for foundation. Solar is an option. Air conditioning is an option, and most of the people will want that. And delivery and install. And we can, in Southern California, we can take care of it all. In other, we already have orders, lots of orders from Northern California. There we have my partner, my brother is there. He'll be managing the install there. Next slide. Yeah, so this is just a demonstration of how this unit can be used as an exercise studio, right? Many people have had them in the garages, didn't use them that much, but now that they spend more time at home, very good use. The next. This is an artist studio. One of our first customers is an artist. And instead of going into a studio somewhere else, they would like to have it in their home. Next. Yeah.
Is there insulation in the walls?
Yes, yeah, it meets all of the California Energy Title 24 requirements, and there is insulation in the walls. So the way we print, there is an outside layer, an inside layer, and inside we have insulation, electrical wiring. Very good question. So this is many of you asked a question about the ADU. So the ADU looks very similar. It's just a bigger building, and I'll show you different. There are different floor plans and different prices. But an ADU can be, so it'll come in modules. So the units we print right now is 10 by 12. These are 10 by 18. So you can have 2 of these modules that will make a 360 square feet. That's usually the size of a garage, like 20 by 18, or it can be up to 2 bedroom. So they come in different sizes. Next slide, and I'll show you how it gets installed. We will have our first installations in the next 30 days. We made, go ahead. Yeah, so they need a foundation, but the structure is lighter than your normal structure. So you don't need a slab, you can just do a stem wall. So basically much lighter and much faster to install for foundation. Yeah, they're bolted down. So once we manufacture it in our factory, bring it to the customer's home, bolt it, it's a permanent structure. Okay, very good question too. You can move one of those studios. The 10 by 12 unit you can take with you because it'll bolt it down.
Right, as I said,
you can take it, yeah, and we'll install it with a crane, similar to what you use to install like a spa in the backyard. You know, they are, like I said, much lighter than normal. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they qualify. So again, it accelerates for the ADUs. We will get the permit for the building itself. The customer just needs a permit for utility connections and for the foundation. Okay. Next slide. And we'll just walk through it. This is a larger unit, a 360 square feet unit that goes for 79 cents. You guys are in real estate, it's $220 per square foot, right? $220 per square foot. So even after you add utilities and foundation, it's always under 300. When properties valued are 500 to 1,000 square feet, it's a great deal for your customers. So again, in terms of adding value, you can add immediate value to your property. So this is a next slide. We'll show you a 1-bedroom. This is about 120,000. Again, I've built plenty of these. We've done 43 ADUs and backyard studios in the last 2.5 years. Something like this to build from scratch would be 160 to 170,000.
Does it work in inclement weather such as snow? Like I have friends that bought lots out there.
Yeah. No, we've designed this for earthquake, for snow, and for hurricane because we have a lot of orders even from Texas and Florida. Yeah.
What type of warranty?
It comes with standard. You know, in California, you have to give a 10-2 warranty, so 10-year material, 2 years. But the reality is, it will last a long time with a lot less maintenance than your regular.
Let's do this. Let's wait for those questions with the presentation.
Yeah.
And then he'll stick around after to answer any of your questions. We've got a lot of other content that we have to continue doing.
Almost done. They all want to talk to me. No. one more. Next slide. 720 square feet again. Just they come and really we can meet any criteria. I'm going to stop here, and because we have every variation. I really appreciate you inviting us. If you can make it tomorrow at 4 o'clock, there's going to be a party. So we're from Ukraine, do party, but nobody bombed us, right? And then if you can't make it tomorrow, we'll have also community open house Saturday from 11 to 1. Thank you so much. And I will stay here as long as it takes to answer any questions.
A few questions. Oh, sorry.
I was saying, I think there might have been one more. Okay, that was it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you install anything in Southern California recently?
We
like a model unit somewhere.
We have a model unit in front of our factory, so you can come out and actually see it. Yeah,
And that's where? Or?
it's in Culver City.
Yeah, so the addresses on here are Buckingham, Parkway, Culver City, but we're gonna be having tomorrow, we're gonna cutting ceremony, we're gonna have a backyard studio, the first 3D printed backyard studio made out of recycled plastic materials. It's gonna be featured there, we're gonna have some food, some music, so come on down. That's 4 to 6, and then Saturday, a community open house, again, we can't make it tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., so you'll be able to see
Do they have
it.
windows or is it like that?
Configure it to, you can have either a window, a door, glass. Yeah, you can, so basically what we consider is that it's modular and on each side, let's say here's a side, here's a side, from the back and the front, you can design it, let's say 1, 2, 3 panels. So you can have it a wall, you can have it a glass wall, or you can have it a sliding glass door, an opening glass door. You can configure it any way you want.
Yeah, you can configure it. You can also add different lighting and different floor.
Okay.
So how does the system, the process works? Let's say someone gives you a call, then what happens?
Yeah, actually, it's even easier. You can go on the website, and beginning next week, there is going to be a configurator. You can pick size, where the windows go, what kind of lighting, other air conditioning, and click it, and that's the place for it. Now, people who are not as comfortable can definitely call us. We can walk them through it. Once the order is placed, then we give you a schedule. As I said, the first installations are massively available. It's going to be in 4 months for the studio and then 7 months for ADUs. But right now we already have orders and we will install them during the next 4 or 7 months.
Verify that they can put them there. I mean, don't you come out and look at the ground? Because like I.
That was my next question.
Yeah. So again, the beauty of today is we can actually verify it even with Google Maps. So first of all, for backyard studios is much easier. You don't need utilities.
Oh, my backyard.
Right. So if you have issues, we have, like I said, we have project managers who can come out to your house and free visit. But on most of the sites, we can evaluate from the Google map, from C. And then when it gets to ADU, you will need a civil engineer to develop a permit for foundation utilities.
Yes,
that's what I mean.
Right. Go ahead.
Have you paired up with any lending institutions for help with finance?
Very good question. Right on our website, you can click on financing, and financing is available. Get immediate answer. Yep.
How long is the production time to manufacture them?
So we print one of the studios in 1 day, right? But then we need 3 days to do all the finishes. That's for a backyard studio. If you have a pardon? We're sold out.
Oh, okay.
We're sold out. We haven't started yet. We're already sold out for the end of the year.
Okay.
But we're actually, again, we're tripling the size of our operation because of the demand.
We have some industrial shops in Florida. Should be like
We almost moved here. I'm
running for city council. I have a bunch in my district. I'd love to have you.
I'll talk to you after that.
Yeah. I'd love to have you.
Yeah. Anything else? We're good?
Yeah, we're good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
One more?
One last question.
Yeah.
The delivery you said by train. Other cities, you can't actually go over a house. What would you do in that case?
We need that something again. It'll require a visit. So depending on this, maybe a side yard, they are not very heavy. I mean, so there is some more flexibility.
There's a lot of homes that we still have a big backyard with that power line in the front, so we can't.
Right. And we've thought of that. So it's really, first of all, some municipalities allow you to, they could lower down the power line for when the install happens. So that's one way, and there are multiple other ways to skin that cat.
They're going to stick around here if you have any additional questions that come up, you know, so they'll be more than happy to answer those questions. So, all right, well, let's go ahead and continue. Thank you very much. Really informative. All right, we got Ed, and the prize is right.
All right,
We haven't played this in what, about a year?
Right? It's been a few months.
Where's the prize? Where's the prize?
So hold on.
You guys are jumping the
Hey,
gun.
Natalie, can I share my screen? I need a little screen sharing opportunity here. All right. Okay, so by the way, some fun we're gonna do today. So who remembers the Price is Right, the actual show? We're gonna play by the actual Price is Right rules, which I know some of you guys remember what that means. Some of you guys have no idea what that means, and so you're gonna have to play along, and you're gonna have to be a bit of a disadvantage. So all the people who've been around for a while have an advantage. Okay, so the first prize that we are doing is, see, what did we have? First prize we're giving away is a shift book. Shift book. Shift happens. Shift happens.
Be nice now.
To deal with shift. Shift is happening right now. So the first prize we're giving away is a shift book. And here, let's walk. You guys see that okay? All right, so let me see if I got this here. All right, so here we go. Okay, by the way, everybody should have a piece of paper that looks like this.
Who doesn't have paper?
Don't forget some more. We've got a couple more pads here. Everybody's gonna need a piece of paper.
No affiliates, participate, only roasting agents.
Pen, please.
Ben, please. Ben, those pens, por favor.
All right. Everybody have paper? Everybody have pens?
Who needs pens?
All right, so here we go. While you guys get that all set. So here's the first prize that we are, the first home that we are bidding on, right? So this game is designed to help you get to know your market a little better, for us to have a little fun. So here we go. Here's the first, here's where it is looking. Ooh, look at that, right on the beach. And that would be, for those of you who can't see, that is Manhattan Beach Boulevard. So this would be on the Strand. So you can, all right, that's to give you an idea right there. Manhattan Beach.
Okay.
You've been waiting for this gem situated in one of the most coveted and sought after downtown Manhattan Beach locations. One of a kind privacy along the public beachfront in Manhattan Beach with remarkable views of the Pacific Ocean from the PV Peninsula to Malibu. You can pull into your garage, enter the private elevator, or take the staircase directly to your impressive penthouse. No one needs to know you're even there. Odd, but okay. sit on the spacious private deck and watch the dolphins swim by. Also odd, but soak in endless sunsets. There you go. Now we're talking. While you lounge with the public passing by to see you. So clearly, we got a lesson here on lighting content.
I just want to know square footage bedroom bath. And you'll make up all that.
4 bedroom, 4.5 bath.
Yeah.
2,900 square feet.
29, okay.
Lot is just over 5,000.
Yeah.
2-car garage attached, built in 2015. It's a townhome. Detached. It was detached. This thing sat on the market for 121 days.
Wow.
Because there was no inventory. Well, there's inventory on the Strand if you've got a whole lot of some deep pockets.
Yeah.
What else we got? It does have a central air, obviously huge waterfront views. And here I'll walk you through the pictures really quick. There you go. It's
We can see those.
well, good. All right. So you can see it's kind of some light and modern. Okay, whatever. All right.
Some of us can.
Are we just asking our sold price?
Sold price, not asking price. Who cares what they're asking? We want to know what it's sold for. This sold. The closing date on this was just before the New Year, December 29th. It closed.
Okay.
So there you go. If you guys can see from the front, that I wish I could blow. Can I blow this up? Well, maybe I can.
So
Ooh,
we write it down on a piece of paper.
This is it, right? So you got to write it down. Write it down. I got too many complaints of people cheating.
Well, they just told us how much it's sold.
And the price is, okay, so everybody had it written down?
Yep.
Going once, going twice. The actual sale price is, right, put your pens down, put your pens down. All right. The sold price is $9,600,000. So for anybody who doesn't know prices right, if you were over that price, you're out. You can't overbid. If you said $9,600,001, you're out.
Right.
No, you're over.
Yeah.
So who's got the closest to 9.6 million without going over?
I got 9.2.
9.2. Okay, two people say 9.2. Anybody have higher than 9.2?
Nope.
Look at the chat.
All right, let's check the
So
chat.
I got the chat here. So Alexander did 9.2.
All right, so we got 3 people with 9.2, right? Anybody else? No one had higher than that, right?
No.
All right,
We
so
had 11 million.
it was Zach, Nabil, and Alexander, right?
Yeah.
9.2. The new people coming in strong.
I got it first.
He's had his license for like
An hour. I got it first.
He knows the price better than me. So you guys, luckily, I've got a few extra shift books. Shift books.
Okay, good.
So you can stop by my office. I'll get you guys off each a shift book. All right, next up. Hold on a second here. Okay, so here, this one is in Windermere Terrace. You can see this is Sepulveda. Here's here's Maple. Here's Carson, right? And here's what is that? Plaza del Alma, right? So it's in the place there. The price for this, by the way, is this ring light. There's a story behind this ring light. You can get this on Amazon for about $50 or something like that. But I will tell you, this one is special because when we were at the conference for leadership in Austin, Texas, it was at this big resort place, and they had an arcade, and we had some of those games you pump the coins in, and if you like spend $1 million, you get like a $5. So I will tell you, this is the most expensive ring light that has ever been given away. Hundreds, perhaps even thousands of dollars went into this ring light.
I saw it happen.
It was like watching addicts with the little coins, dropping them in. Anyways, all right, here we go. So this is a 1 bedroom, 2 bath, 870 square foot condo built in '84. This is in Windermere, gated community.
It says an area. What does it say, South?
This is Torrance Windermere. This is
Area 126.
Oh yeah, area 126. Yes, that's Central Torrance. Yeah. HOA is $405 a month. This is one of those communities that has swimming pool, lap pool, spa, clubhouse, kitchen, gym, and more. Central air, all that kind of good stuff. 400 units in the complex. It was vacant. They were giving away 2.5% like they should. This one was just closed in the last month.
Okay.
Here's a little bit of, here's a little peek at the kitchen.
Bob, we can make it.
All right, there you go. And the price is
Write it
going
down.
once, going twice. Pens down. No one touched the pen. Pens down. The actual price on this unit, $560,000.
Nailed it.
You're right.
560K.
Can we check the chat? Make sure no one's also at 560.
Look at the chat. Make it harder for Bob. Come on, please.
735, 699, 575. Let's now.
Bob is the winner of the ring light.
By the way, just hey Bob. Bob.
Next, the one next door.
Did you have 560 then?
550. When we saw
Nice.
Hey Bob, just to add to what Ed was saying regarding that, I was one that I was pulling tickets. I was manipulating the machine to pull more.
Yeah.
But that's a very expensive light, by the way. So, congratulations, Bob. But you know, it was 5 people trying to get that for you.
Okay, property number 3. This is the last one for the day. This is Hawthorne Boulevard right here. So this is Rolling Hills Estates. Hawthorne and Palos Verdes tucked right back in there. 5 bedroom. What was it? One full bath, basically 3 baths, 5 bedroom, 3 baths, 2,579 square feet on a bigger lot, 17,000 square foot lot, 3-car garage attached, built in '63. This is a single family home, was on the market for 33 days. They were giving away 2.5% to the buyer's agent. This could have been you could have had your client buy this. This striking Rolling Hills Estates home has it all, whatever. It's got a swimming pool, as you can see. Let me show you some pictures. You can take a look because that's.
Rolling Hills Estates or Rolling Hills?
I believe it's Rolling Hills Estates.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I believe it's Rolling Hills Estates.
Okay.
Here's the kitchen. Look at this. It was recently renovated. Here's the kitchen, right? What else can I show you? There's the pool. There's the living room, high ceilings, master bedroom. There's the driveway. There's a 3-car garage. All right, that's all you get. That's all the information you get.
When did it close?
Just recently. This was also in the last 30 days. All right, everybody, pen to paper. You got 3. Going once, going twice. Last call. Pens down. All right, everybody ready?
Right.
All right. The price on this one was $2,825,000. 2.825.
But 2.9.
2.9.
Sophia got 2.76.
2.76. Anybody higher than 2.76? What you got? 2.8. All right.
What was the price on this one?
Oh, I forgot to mention. So, which, by the way, this is a good announcement while we're at it. A bunch of you guys have these flyers on your desk. Jeff Glover is coming to do an event here next month. 5 steps to 15 more sellers. I highly recommend it. By the way, we're giving away, Chris, you're going to get one for free. It's not expensive. Please, I mean, it's $29 with Jeff Glover for a day talking about how to get more listings.
Is it gonna be here?
It's going to be at the Hall Airport, Marriott Airport, right? Yeah, Marriott at the airport. So, Chris, here's your free ticket. But this is open to everybody. You've got the address to sign up here. I hope to see you guys all there because I mean, $29 to spend a day with Jeff Glover teaching you how to get more listings. It doesn't get that's a pretty high ROI for a day's worth of class, right?
Yep.
Any more? Anybody need another flyer? One more for information on that? And congrats, Chrissy, that's an awesome guest. Not a guest, that was a statement. We knew that. Thanks, everybody. I will turn it back over to Simon. That's funny, guys.
All right, good job.
Compliments of Fernando Diaz. Otherwise, they're going to go to my office. All right, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Ed. All right, let's go ahead and continue with our meeting. Next slide, please. All right, next up, we got Len US with some important lender updates.
Yes.
Rates are going up.
I know. It holds tomatoes. I'm only the messenger. Don't throw them at me. But to address what Bob said, actually, we had a little reprieve this week, which was good until today, when it seems like the market's just going chaotic as I'm speaking. But rates are still hovering at 5%. It's still it's a great time to buy. Values are still going to escalate. We've got limited supply. This is information you need to get out to your clients. But we're still seeing a lot of pre-approvals come across our desk. So it's not really slowing the buyers who are out there. We just have to qualify them because of the higher rates. They've lost a lot of buying power over the last 4 months. So it's really important. Any clients that you guys have had pre-approved in the last 3, 4, 5, 6 months, get them pre-qualified again because those rates have sapped a lot of their buying power. So with that said, I wanted to remind you guys about our first-time homebuyer seminar here on Saturday. This is open to the entire office. It's going to be done here in the training center. Right now, we've got about 10 families plus that have already RSVP'd for it. So it's going to be a great event. We've got a lot of agents that are also participating. We are going to have a meeting right after this for about 15 minutes. Come to my office just so we can get the logistics down of what's going to happen this Saturday. But it's going to start at 10:30. It's going to be a continental breakfast. We're going to give them a lot of information so that you can bring your first-time home buyer to the class, learn about down payment assistance programs, what to expect, kinds of ins and outs of pre-qualification and then a pre-approval. But it's all designed free for your clients. So bring them in. If you need to get a flyer, email me or email Holland and she'll put your contact information on this flyer so that you can send it out to your clients. Okay. We're going to have a registration sign up sheet when they come in. So your borrowers are protected.
It's going to be a sign-in sheet with them, their name and your name, so that we know that your clients are protected. All right. Lastly, I've got some great news. This is my last time speaking up here as Chris Rivera of LendUS. LendUS/RPM was acquired by one of the largest mortgage companies, independent mortgage companies in America, CrossCountry. We have joined ship with CrossCountry as of Monday. We're still staying together as a unit. All of RPM Mortgage has pretty much just transferred over to CrossCountry Mortgage. Last year, as a unit of RPM, we did about $8 billion in production. CrossCountry was 50+ billion. So together, we're pushing over 60 billion or close to $60 billion. That's a large outfit. Everything that I've seen, and I'm doing training right now, actually I'm on break. That's why I'm kind of frazzled. But we've got training this week. We go live as of Monday. My license has already been transferred over. But CrossCountry's got so much power. It's not just the rates that are great because of the size of the company. It's the fact that they are servicing a lot of their own loans. And that's huge for you guys because there's no buyback potential for the lender, which means the risk of that is pretty much gone. So they don't scrutinize the files like a lot of lenders do out there and put a lot of BS conditions on files. If it makes sense, they push it through. Their whole goal is to close within 21 days. So now you've got the power of a big mortgage company that can do a lot of things in underwriting that other mortgage companies can't. And I'm really thrilled that the owner of RPM Mortgage put this together. They're not really that big here on the West Coast. They're more of an East Coast South region lender. They were looking for a West Coast splash, which is what we were, all of California. So it's just a great acquisition for them to merge together. And now we're pretty much solid throughout the entire United States.
Chris, a couple of weeks ago, you mentioned that you were going to be able to get a person through underwriting without a house so that you pretty much have loan approval. Is this the organization that's going to cause that to happen, or did that change now that you've been acquired?
No, it's one and the same. Okay. Yes. To Bob's question, do we have the ability to get pre-approved by an underwriter? Yes. In fact, we had a transition team that was helping us as of Monday because our license had gone over. I submitted 2 pre-approvals on Monday morning. I got them today. They were pre-approved by an underwriter. So to that, yes. And it only took, what, 2 days?
Well, without a property,
without a property, without a prelim, all that. They had to upload all their documentation. They do everything pretty much online. They uploaded everything, W-2s, tax returns, pay stubs. They gave consent so that they can do electronic verifications for bank statements. They did the verification of employment, all electronic like that. And within 2 days, we had that pre-approval. So that's powerful because now we can issue them a letter where they can go out and write an offer that's non-contingent, right?
I will tell you guys too on that, especially for jumbo clients, TDDs, that's what we call them, get determined at, go for it. I mean, send them in because those jumbo underwriting is usually the biggest pain in the, you know what, it's not a Fannie or FHA type file, it's less smoother, even though they do that, but I highly recommend it on jumbo to have your clients TDDs because that's where a lot of the holdup happens in our industry.
Absolutely, because the Fannie, Freddie, FHA, the Govies, that's pretty much vanilla, right? It's the jumbo loans, it's the reserve requirements that trip you up, or the DTI, because you can't go to a certain level. Those are the ones that we really got to scrutinize. In our area, we deal with a lot of jumbo products, right? So those are the loans that you really want to make sure that you get pre-approved. But once you do, you're good to go. You can write a non-contingent offer. Lauren, did you have a question? Okay. All right. So that's the great news. I'm excited about it. It just gives us a lot of weapons in my holster that I can go out and address every loan product. We went from maybe 20, 25 lender or investors to all of a sudden I've got like 50 different loan programs. It's crazy. There's so many non-Q1 loans out there. They specialize in everything. I can do construction loans. I mean, stuff that I couldn't touch before, I've got. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys get back to the meeting, and I'm going to get back to my training. But please, after the meeting, the people that are going to do the first-time homebuyer seminar, come by my office. I just want to get the logistics down, just a real quick 10, 15-minute chat. All right, guys.
Yes.
I'd like to have a conversation in the room about obviously our transition. Some of you know that I work in Colorado and California, and I swoop into town when I have listings and support my team. I had 3 listings come out this week, right? One was a lot value. I got 6 all cash offers, all investors looking to move money from stock market to hard assets in most cases. I had a listing at 1.4. We are picking our final offer today. All went above 150,000 over asking, which I thought I priced it at the top of the market. I had 150 buyers through that home this weekend. Dumbfounded. I mean, if you walk through a real estate office, you think that, you know, we have the darkest cloud in the world, you know, because interest rates have gone up 1.5 points. Buyers are not, I mean, they're going to feed off of you. And if you talk to people that have been in the business 40 years that have seen the 20% interest rates or whatever the case may be, they have a different perspective than the buyer's agents that, you know, like, oh my God, I'm just, you know, this is going to be a disaster. Sure, we've lost buying power, but there's also a lot of cash out there where people are doing different things. They're buying down the rate. They're, you know, they're getting creative. So you have to get creative with your clients. And what I saw this weekend, I was just as surprised as you. People just clawing at any property they can get because they feel maybe rates are going to go higher. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But the bottom line is we still have this momentum in the market. Don't think things are going to stop and transition and we're going to be 2008, 9 all over again because that's still in some.
I don't foresee that happening. Yeah.
No, but my point is that we, you know, kind of like that story I told at Ignite this week about 2 dogs. One comes out of an empty room growling, one comes out of an empty room happy. Well, you know, it depends on how you're looking in the mirror. If you're looking in the mirror at 20 mirrors and you're growling, you're going to, you know, have a negativity. If you go into a mirror and you smile, you come out smiling. So our clients are really feeding off of us. So we have to be educated, give them the best information. But, you know, the doom and gloom aspect of what, you know, what we give off, just be careful because there's 150 people that came to my house this weekend and wanted to buy it. So the buyers are still in this game.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, that's great information. You're absolutely, I mean, you study the market, you're out there, you know, and obviously if you were part of this morning's mindset, I was talking about understanding your local market, knowing data, right? Very important. And Maureen, you know, we've had numerous conversations regarding this in the past. And when we used to do broker classes as well, the importance of protecting and ultimately looking at every avenue and aspect of it and how you approach your business and ultimately the consumer, right, as well. So thank you for sharing, Marie. Awesome stuff. All right, next, you have a question, Bob?
No, I was giving Maureen a thumbs up.
Oh, I know.
2 thumbs up.
Discussion about what everybody else is saying that has had listings this week, in the last couple weeks.
Right, right.
I mean, anybody in here has had a listing this last week and talked to buyers?
Go do some activities.
So, yeah.
Awesome. All right, team, let's go ahead and continue. Thank you again, Maureen. So we got Ben here with First America Title, providing us with some title updates.
I really got to get you a new photo of this.
That looks good. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Love the hair.
Yeah, thank you. It's turning white though over the years. That's why I've started cutting it shorter and shorter.
White? What are you talking about? I got white hair.
Good afternoon, guys. Thank you guys for having me here. Thank you, Simon. Just a couple of things wanted to touch on. We talked a lot about pricing and listings in the market. I know every month Simon does a lot of market updates with stats and what's going on in the neighborhood as far as pricing trends and also sales trends. Those stats actually come from one of our preferred vendors, and they can actually create easy to read graphs and stats for you guys for like listing presentations if you want to act as a really good supplement. Two of the items I wanted to touch on, so we're talking a lot about pricing, about market conditions. So two things that they track is number one, days on market, okay, over the last month, quarter, and also the average actual sales price compared to the list price. Now, that's actually really powerful when you guys go and talk to a listing presentation, regardless of the market. Because like what Maureen was saying is like, there's a lot of doom and gloom out there, but if you track the numbers, a lot of listings are still selling for over asking. So even if you wanted to use those stats to talk to your buyers and say, hey, I know you guys want a deal, but this is what's going on in the neighborhood, it's really good information to kind of show them that, it's not just me, it's right here. These are the numbers, these stats, black and white. Same thing on the reverse side, depending on what area you are, if the market is softening with regards to pricing, you can kind of show your sellers who think, well, my neighbors just got $2 million for their house. Well, these are the numbers and the trends of what's going on. You have listings that are now starting to sell for below the listing value. So to kind of get them a little more realistic on pricing. So they can run those for you guys for, as micro as a little community, as macro as entire cities. So just give me a call. We can hook you guys up, take care of you guys, and get you the reports for you to arm yourself to go into the listings with. Otherwise, other than that, we're here to, look at that, beautiful. Thank you. Otherwise, we're here to help you guys with whatever you guys need, whether it is title or marketing, and give me a call. We're here to help you. Solo today because Grant's sick at home. I told him we don't want your germs.
Is it COVID?
No.
And shout out to Ben. Every time you need him, he's going to show up and he's going to be there to help you out with the whole process. So
thank you.
Ben is the man. Very cool stuff. Speaking of these reports, this is what I was going to be talking about as part of the stats for the North Redondo Beach home. So let's go ahead and next slide, please. Remember, it's all about data, right? Data will tell us a lot. So North Redondo Beach right now, the highest price point single family home was 1.865, folks. 1.865. That was April 5th of this year. Your average price point was 1.381. and your medium was 1.375, which is down 11.6 since March 2022. So this is, again, North Redondo. Here's just some stats: 11 homes sold, 8 homes active, and 8 homes that are currently pending. North Redondo Beach homes. Okay, next slide, please. This is South Redondo Homes area. If you service, work, the highest price point, single family residence, 4.6, folks, 4,650,000. Average home price was 2.5. Median was 2,025,000. Okay, this is the south part of Redondo Beach. Next slide. 14 homes sold, 9 homes currently active, and 12 pending. That's less than a month. Yeah, that's the market performance. Yes, Marie.
I just want to give a marketing tool for everyone. I mean, I've had all my past clients on CMA tool most of my career. If you are not sending your past clients a CMA on a monthly or quarterly basis, that is a great touch. And just say, hey, just want to say hi, happy Mother's Day, congratulations, you've made another $1 million, whatever. But this is what your clients need to know. Most people kind of know, but they don't really know.
Right.
Unless you're putting that in front of them.
Absolutely.
They might be very busy people and they're not paying attention. But
well, Ben is a
number.
resource for stuff like this that he can send them on a regular basis to you. You can create your brand, send them out to your clients. Now, another platform that I highly recommend that's part of your member service as well is HomeBot. And it sends reminders as long as you have the name and email and their address. It'll send consistent reminders on a monthly basis.
HomeBot can upset people because they are two inches from the beach and some people are east. However, if you just send them a update of what's happened around them for their type of property, they are getting the information. HomeBot says, oh, your house is worth $1.7.
Like Zillow?
I know it's worth $1.7, you know what I mean? So you get in the.
But this is where the conversations, but this is where the conversation comes in. Yeah, no, I know. And this is where the agent comes in to really say, look, here are the factual information straight out from the multiple listing service. You know, and there's other platforms too, right? You go to Realist to look at off-market transactions that never hit the MLS, right? These are county recorded sales. And if you're doing your homework, you're going to see the pros and cons with the data on the MLS, but also the data that's coming straight from the county recorders, transactions that never hit the MLS. So good information, Marie. Thank you. All right, Manhattan Beach. The highest price point, a 7.1 million, sold on April 18th. That was my mom's birthday, by the way, April 18th. Happy birthday, Mom. Average home price was 3.7. Medium home price was $3,053,000. Next slide. 21 homes sold, 22 active and 24 pending as we speak. Total average home in the area was 9,884. 12-month turnaround rate is 2.5. Average days on market was 33 days. Average years in home was 15 years. All right. Yeah, home Hermosa Beach. Hermosa, it's really said Hermosa if you really want to use the Latino Hermosa Beach. All right, the highest price point single family residence in the city of Hermosa Beach was 8.565. And the average home price was 2.946, medium 1.7. Next slide. 7 homes sold, 21 active, 9 pending. Individual homes were total average home in the area was 3,323, 12-month turnaround 2.48. Average days on market 54 days. Interesting stuff, right? 54 days in Hermosa Beach. Obviously because of the price point, and your average year in home is about 16 years. So those stats, very cool. All right, next slide. I think that's it, right? Any questions regarding these reports? And these reports, as I mentioned, I get them straight from Ben and his crew. So reach out to them, send them an email, say, hey, I want stats for Torrance, stats for Carson, stats for Lomita, stats for Palos Verdes. Yes? No, it's a lot different. InfoSpark is a different platform than this information, but yes, the same information you can gather. The difference between these are customized already. What InfoSpark, you kind of have to manipulate it and ultimately, you know, gather whatever information. But yeah, InfoSpark is a great tool as well. Okay. All right, let's continue. So we got Ignite. Is this Ignite 6.0, Ed?
Technically it is. This is Ignite 6.0. If you look on the documentation, it's Ignite 2022. This is a new version of Ignite that was just released like literally a couple weeks ago. We are literally one of the first market centers that I know of to teach the new Ignite. We just began on Monday. I taught the first couple, but check out some of the instructors you guys have. This is awesome. Gary Nix teaching a couple. Bob Walaka, Frank Kinney, Lauren Cotner. Thanks. First of all, thanks you guys for contributing. It's such a part of the resource of this office that we get top agents. I mean, Gary's going to pull in I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of dollars this year, and he's still donating some time to give back to Teach Ignite. That is so cool. Thank you, and thank you to everybody who's teaching. That's really says a lot to our culture. Fred Howard's teaching. Manny, who runs like 6 offices or something, he's teaching a couple. So thank you, Manny.
I forced many to do it, by the way.
I don't think anybody else can force Manny to do anything, but I'll take your word for it. Aaron, Michelle, like that's it, right? And then there's, by the way, there's some spots available if you want. If you want to teach Ignite, please do it. There is nothing so much that will solidify your knowledge on a subject as being forced to teach it, because you'll like want to make sure you're ahead and you'll read up on it. It's awesome. I recommend doing it. We've also on Monday and Tuesday we had a couple of guest people who stopped by, and it was really cool because like talking like top agents who do a whole lot of business, and that was great because they get to add their when you're a top agent and you come and sit in on an Ignite, you get to like join into the conversation, and it elevates the conversation for everybody. So it's not just the teacher teaching. It's like there's all these voices of people who are doing a lot of business. So thanks for you guys in the back who came Monday and Tuesday. Hope to see you guys at some of these Ignite classes. Yeah, there you go. Next one's tomorrow.
Edward got one person. Simon is teaching one too.
Oh my God. Last but not least.
I'm kidding.
Saving the best for last. Simon is nice.
All right, we got, hey, this is exciting. Who wants to know more and learn more about cryptocurrency? It's a new fob, and it's something super excited. So Manny is going to be spearheading this Thursday, April 28th, which is tomorrow.
So do you mind to, anybody here didn't sign up? Did not sign up? Raise your hand.
Signed up.
Okay, we sold out. It's done. But if you guys can broadcast over here.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
we'll get it.
Because you have to be here. But it's going to be tomorrow, 10 o'clock. I have, it's, me and 2 millennials. Gonna show some screen time,
Millennials.
And she doesn't even know what that is.
I have 2 of them.
You have access.
2 of them.
Yeah, I know. But it's gonna be an awesome. It's gonna be an awesome session, about an hour long. And if you don't know what cryptocurrency is, your AOL. You have to know what it is. Okay, it's not an option to be like, I don't care about it. Yeah, at least you have to educate yourself to know what it is, number one. Number two, that's going to be the grant. It's going to open up. And then David will explain to us how today we transact in multiple cities in the United States and also out of the country, how those guys are using, being used as a wallet, digital wallet for multiple companies, individuals. They also do the official wallet for one of the countries in South America, officially. That's those guys. So they're going to explain to us how that works. And then I'm going to bring it all together and educate everybody about how you can today have your client list or buy with crypto with our, some of our other partners. So it's already happening, and you guys should at least know what it is.
Beautiful. Thank you, Benny. Yeah, and who are the escrow companies that facilitate and all that good stuff. So
yeah, that's
great lecture tomorrow, Thursday, from 10 to 11 o'clock. So we'll have it here, broadcasting here in the training room for anyone that's interested in watching it. So awesome stuff. All right, let's go ahead and continue. All right, on Friday, April 29, 2 to 3, embrace the mindset that builds wealth. Again, a lot of the stuff that I gather is right from the core of Gary Keller's The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. So great topic. We have people from the Long Beach, LA Harbor, some from Calabasas that jump on these calls. Great. And it's very informative, and it's just a perspective in how to have that mindset. So it'll be this Friday from 2 to 3. Love to see you guys on there. Next slide. And then our fabulous Red Day. Who's going to participate? Yeah, Gary, do you want to talk a little bit on this? Yeah. Because Gary's actually spearheading this, so awesome stuff. Come on up.
Red Day is back on track. We're doing the special needs Red Day. We got bookings happening left and right. It should be exciting. I mean, the city kind of make it a little hard for us this time, but we're still gonna have a lot of fun. So our office and the PV office, we're all joining hands together. I think we should expect about 200 people, students. A lot of the students are coming with their staff. Actually, I did a presentation on Saturday for Regional Center, and a lot of parents are going to be bringing their special needs family. So again, this is all about love. You know, I also give love to those people, service them, and hopefully you all have a good time. All right, so hope to see you all there.
Hey, Gary, quick question. Up there on the sign, it says we need help with Easy Up tents. If we have some of those items, who should we contact?
Holland,
Perfect.
yeah. I have one too. Yeah,
cool. So why don't I just read it so everybody gets, so we'll, apparently the Red Day production is looking for Easy Up tents. I've got one of those. A-frame signs.
I have lots of those.
Right on. Large coolers, I've got one of those too. Cornhole game, I know that. Large beverage dispenser with spigots. So if you got any of these things and you're willing to donate,
and
help contribute.
actually, we do need help with donations. Our goal is to, this is kind of like what do you call it?
Charity?
A carnival, right? And we put it out that we're going to be giving gifts all along the process. The idea is for the students to come, get an experience in a booth, go to another booth, get an experience there, they get a ticket from each booth they go to. And we're going to have a raffle drawing probably every 30 minutes or so. And our biggest drawing is supposed to be a high fall. So we need help with you guys. It's for our office, we just, in a PV, they had a Red Day Zelle thing. Our office, just stop by with Natalie, you know, if you want to, you can give $25, $50, whatever it is you can give. I think it will help us to gather gifts. And if you want to just bring gifts too, that's cool. You know, just bring gifts that, you know, the students will be happy about, you know.
What age group is this?
It's young adults to adults.
Okay.
You know, so they usually all over 18 years old, they finish high school, because we didn't want to have any, you know, under child that we have to sign up for. So yeah, if you can, you know, you can either bring gifts on that day, as many gifts as we have is okay, or you know, just give some money to the office and we'll get our gifts together. I'm still looking for an individual that's going to sponsor the.
The kids love the raffle. They get a ticket for every activity, so they can't wait to hear their name. So we need like gift cards. Well, like with money, we buy gift cards, but like we try to get what everybody gets something, and we see the looks on their faces. They love the looks on their faces. So I'm gonna pass it around right now. We're just gonna pass it around. Let's start it up right now.
That's great. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and if you remember, back in 2019 was the last time we physically had this event, and I've been part of it in the past as well. And it's always been a phenomenal event for the special needs. So looking forward to it. It's just around the corner. So that's May 12th, folks. All right, Red Day. And if you want to have a Red Day t-shirt, please see Natalie. She can get you a size depending on what size you want. I think we have up to 2X or 3X. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Gary. All right, let's go ahead and continue. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I know, Ed, you were talking about the Jeff Glover. So this is the 5 steps to 15 more sellers this summer. So it'll be this May 13th from 9 to 12 at the Marriott Los Angeles Airport, which is probably about 20 minutes, depending again where you're coming from. So
cost is $29, except for Christy, you got hers for free.
Yeah.
Flyers are going around, so we don't need to go. Yeah. Flyers are all going around.
Fantastic. All right, next slide. All right, so Bold is back, folks. Bold is back. So our first step is Tuesday, May 31st. Now, the awesome part of this is that we have a female Bold instructor, and she is awesome. She's putting all the team leaders in such high accountability. I was thrown under the bus per se, because I kind of came late to the Zoom. So I'm committed to 40 Bold students to participate. So I need your, yes, thank you, Lauren. So I need your support on this. Otherwise, I'm going to look like the bad guy for South Bay. So Ed and I, you know, we're also going to be participating. Many of you have anything to add to this?
Who took ball in the past over here? Sorry, live ball in person.
In person.
Not the virtual ones. Okay. So first of all, this is the first one post-pandemic. So the last one was about 3 years ago, right? Wow. If you took it. And this is the first time we're using Michael Ann. She has like just writing reviews out there throughout the country. So excited to have like a different trainer in her capacity too. Now, nobody can predict the future, right? But we're definitely heading to excuse me, an interesting market ahead. At least the second half of the year, with inflation, with rates, and whatever's happening globally. It means that it's another shift that is going to happen. Shift. Okay. So we don't know where we're heading to. What we do know is that we always have the ability to control our mindset and our actions and our intentions. So this is the best, this is prime time to recondition ourselves, right? With such program. And we spoke about one of the money mindsets about how not just us, but we're one of the leading companies out there, especially in real estate, when it comes to plug and play. You don't have to go out there too much to figure out things. We have it all. This is one of the biggest things. So if you never took bold, you owe it to yourself, right? And someone was asking, but you know, it's $800. I'm not sure if I can afford it. If you cannot afford this, how can you afford anything else? Right. Okay. And the other question is like, can you not afford to take this session? And in addition, we do reimburse. Simon, do you want to talk about the full reimbursement?
Yeah. So the cool thing is this can be completely free to you with 4 transactions. We will reimburse you $200 per transaction. So it'll be practically free once you complete 4 transactions. So, and you have a year to complete it too. So as Manny says, why not commit to this? You know, and I've heard, and I was just talking to Sammy and Brian, who took it virtually last year, which was the hybrid, and they saw a bump in their production. So they're super excited to now physically it's going to be in person at the San Pedro Marriott, right?
Yes, like on the
at the DoubleTree.
DoubleTree.
Yeah, the Hilton.
It keeps changing names.
The DoubleTree Hilton.
And it's going to be Long Beach Coastal and Pedro, PV, and us.
And us.
Right? And you guys should definitely, it's like 25 minutes on drive, what have you. You should definitely take advantage. You're going to be there. But let's make an impact. Let's make a difference. Not just by presence, but really how we want to, secure our next 12 months or whatever is going to come next, because it's coming. So we have to be prepared, right? So who's taking ball? Who's taking ball?
Come on, take it, baby.
So
May 31st.
This first step.
Has never taken bowl before. In person.
Okay.
Okay. So this to really get to the root of the sport is they are breaking you down and the tools you need to be in this business. So if you don't make 10 times $800 in this course, Manny will give you your money back. Because the tools that you do in this course. So my point is, those who have never taken this course, it's kind of like your entry to real estate. And the tools that you will learn here, and they make you do. You literally have to go outside and do the do. You can't get around it. But this course has probably brought me more sales and connected me with more relationships than any other course in this entire organization. So if you pass on family reunion, you pass on all that stuff, go ahead. Even Ignite. This is even more important than Ignite. And Ignite is really important. So if I haven't sold you yet, and Manny guaranteed you will make 10 times what you are paying for this course, and plus you get it for free.
And the cool thing too is the flags have been revamped too. So it's not the old traditional blocky plaques like we used to have. It's what the instructor told us. So that's going to be exciting in itself. It's going to be a little different.
Tools for your business.
Absolutely.
You get tons of tools to like, I mean, I think I helped teach Ignite on Monday, and so many people said how many times, you know, Ed, I'm overwhelmed. I don't even know where to start because there's so much information. This breaks it down to A to Z.
I'll sponsor somebody.
Wonderful. Awesome. Thank you.
If it's more than one, then we're gonna have to put it in a hat or something.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Thank you, Lauren. That means a lot.
Oh, we got Gary over here.
Hey, hold on,
Gary.
Gary, gotta come in here. Gary, we couldn't hear you.
Again, I'm committed to 40 registered bowl. And again, take first step. Register for first step and get to test.
So if you know, can I add something else as well? And also we have Jen over here. So she's gonna send checks, right? So another thing is we're not gonna wait for Bolt to start. Gary, this is for you too, also for you as well, right? If you pay something, we're gonna get reimbursed, right? Because you spend the money. So once you register, that's what the clock is ticking. So if you today sign up today and you're gonna close an escrow tomorrow, we're gonna give you a check for how much is each check?
$200.
$200.
You said for a year, but up there it says 6 months, which is it? Yeah, you say what?
So South Bay is making it a bit more challenging for you guys to squeeze you in 6 months. But if you weren't able to recover your 4 deals in 6 months, which Jerry's like, do it like in 2 hours, right? So we're gonna work with you, but we want to bring it to a place that you're not just like playing real estate, you're full-time professionals. Otherwise, why are you doing this? Right? So that's also our commitment.
You have to miss the first step because I'll be out of town for that.
That's fine. That's fine. Sign up. You miss one. They do have rules and this and that. You're gonna learn everything over there. If you miss one thing, we're afraid to might miss one or two. Don't let it hold you back from do something in high level. Look at those guys over there. They're tough producers for many years, and they say like, this is important. Do it. And some of them want to sponsor you too. This is good job.
Well, that's because we're family.
Let you guys know, I took both 18 different times. I even had a friend of mine that their marriage was kind of going sour. I recommended to take both. I recommended to take both, and their marriage got back on track. And he actually, he's not a real estate guy. I just told him, I said, listen, when we're doing real estate, you're gonna make calls. It was in like radio, cable connection business. And his business did 4 times more than what we do a year.
And if you're a parent, I use the bold strategies for parenting too. Still do.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Well, I appreciate.
There should be no reason for 2 people to sign up today since we have 2 sponsors.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
One more thing too, we all have friends, lots of friends outside of KW of the world who are always like, Karen, how you doing over there? What's going on? I'm thinking about, what do you think? We're able to give away some scholarships for people who are outside of KW too. So if you have friends who would like to take bowl, it's going to be in a neutral turf. It's going to be at the DoubleTree. They're not coming into our office. It's very other brokerage friendly. Let us know. Let's invite them. Let's get them in. This will help them just as much as it'll help you.
You can scan right now, by the way. She's going to move the pins, but you can sign up right away. Yeah, cool.
Cool. All right, team.
I will sponsor half of him. I'm looking for another half sponsor.
Nice.
All right. Yes.
Who's gonna match me?
Go on ahead.
Come on.
Come on, Steve Gottlieb.
I got you.
I got you. All right, cool. You guys are making my my goals and Ed's goals super easy. So thank you for
Thanks
contributing.
everybody. This is awesome.
Yeah.
What a great. We got some momentum going. Let's keep going.
All right, let's go ahead and continue. I know we're a little behind. So any needs and wants or needs, off market coming soon, listings you guys like to share with one another.
I have a beautiful home in Manhattan Beach or in Redondo Beach coming on $3 million in September. They can't sell it because of tax season till September. But it's absolutely gorgeous, completely. It was newer when we got it. So if you have somebody that you've been trying hard to find a spot for in Redondo, it's like 3,700 square feet, 5-bedroom. Every room has its own bed, bath, that type of thing. Anastasi built probably 2017. No, 18. Yeah, something like that. So if you have somebody or if you hear of somebody, let me know. They probably sell off market as long as they can close September 2nd. So
beautiful.
Because they want to buy up to 4 million in PV.
Beautiful. Awesome. Cool. Anyone else?
Same thing. We have a bar for anything in Palos Verdes. So if anybody has any pockets or future listings, please let us know. Anything in Palos Verdes.
Price point?
4 million.
Awesome. Anyone else? Once, going twice. All right, that concludes our sales meeting. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate you all. Thank you.